Fucking hell. I can sleep longer. It's my day off. Perfect. This is an ideal time to wake up. If I get up now, I'll have plenty of time to do something productive with my day. I'm very cozy. Shit! It's already 12. I need to stop doing this. We sleep for a third of our lives, and best I have until 100. Subtract a third from that is about 66, minus the 22 I've already wasted. That leaves me with about, 44 years to do something notable? It's not very long. I should really savor my time more. That's the problem, I'm too lax on myself. I'll never be a great artist because I'm not disciplined. This is really fun to do. I need to do something about these eye bags. And I need to exercise. Well, this looks stupid. So does this. Now time for breakfast. I need to go grocery shopping. I really hate grocery shopping. Every time I'm in the grocery store, all I can think about is how grossly overpopulated we are. There's no place in the world I have to say the phrase, "Excuse me," more frequently than I do at these miserable markets. I mean, how is there enough oxygen in here for all of us? Oh yes. Now on to my favorite part, accidentally seeing yourself in one of their mirrors. I'm fairly certain fluorescent lights were invented specifically to make you hate yourself. It's impossible to look good under these things. Maybe its purpose is to remind you of your aging skin, so you buy the product. Oh yeah, I need moisturizer. Am I becoming bitter? Already? Maybe I should take a vacation somewhere and get one of those corny "Life's a Beach" mugs. Even though I live near a beach and hardly ever go. I hate pumping gas. Now on to my favorite ritual. Sitting here with my cup of coffee, working on my script. Some days I'm here 6 hours and get nothing written at all. A friend of mine told me that's okay, that ideas form when they form, and not to push anything. Because that's when you make your worst work. He's right. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating. I could really go for a beer right now. I'm brilliant when I'm drunk. I often have my best thoughts when I'm drinking. Like the time I thought, if I had a straw right now, I could drink that entire puddle, I bet. Or the time I decided to go cheap on a hotel room and stayed at the scariest Days Inn of all time. See what I mean? I'll remember that place, in case I ever direct a horror film. As you get older, you begin to grow more savvy to things you'd have probably been naive to when you were younger. For instance, never buy timeshares. Secondly, if a guy ever invites you over to his place to listen to some records, he doesn't really want to listen to any records. And if that isn't knowledge you already have prior, it'll likely end in you awkwardly leaving, him being disappointed, and his dog runs up to you on your way out the door, tries to hump you, and you think to yourself, even his dog's like this? I have a dog. His name's Zine. He's a bit nuts, which is why I knew he was the dog for me. I thought it'd be good to learn how to take care of someone else. I need to take him in for his shots. I've been trying to get better about saving up my money, but I have a bad habit of blowing it whenever I'm bored. But I also figure that one day I'll die, and I don't want to think on my deathbed. I wish I would have bowled more. I started saving my change in a basket. There's been plenty of times I could have used it for a phone bill or gas or something. But my dad does this very same thing, which is why I do it now. And he's about 1,308 miles away, so I think I'll hold on to it for now. I've even held on to this letter you sent me a while back. It says, "Hey baby girl, I hope you enjoy the deer jerky. Uncle Nick made it. I love you tons, and I'll send you a little something later this week. Love, Dad and Barb." I think that's the most Missouri thing I've ever heard someone say. This flannel belongs to him. I like to wear it whenever I go to the beach on the rare occasions I do go. Some days I've noticed people who park their cars on the side of the highway to watch the planes take off from the airport. These are my favorite people in the city, because they are the only ones who don't seem to be in such a huge hurry all the time. I do like it here, though. I really do. I've made friends, plenty of them actually. But friendships as an adult is seeing which days you all have off work, and generally the days never match up, so you really have to savor times like these. Oh, it's a text from my ex. I'm not going to respond. Who am I kidding? Yes, I am. But I'll wait 10 minutes. 10 seconds is close enough. But not because I'm weak, but because that's rude. And since when is being rude empowering? I used to be very happy. And in instances like this, I get this slight glimmer of hope that maybe I can feel that way again. But then again, probably not. The truth is, it gets harder and harder to keep hope alive. I always think there's more significance to things than there really is. Maybe I'm like a Denny's, and the only reason he reaches out to me is because it's the middle of the night, he's hungry, and it's the only place that's open. I mean, there's McDonald's and similar chains as well, but at least Denny's is a little bit better. But if it were daytime, and he had his choice of all the restaurants, he would have chosen something more along the lines of an Olive Garden. I've never liked Olive Gardens. Worst pasta ever, and you have to pay for your refills. I'm sure a lot of us share the same problem, hallucinating something from nothing. Often I'm reminded of the Barnum effect. In 1948, there was an experiment conducted in which 39 students were given a psychology test and were provided with a brief personality sketch based on their test results. On a scale from 0 to 5, the students reported the accuracy of the results, on average, to be about 4.3. Many had their own personal stories about how the characteristics of their results applied to themselves specifically. Then it was revealed later that they all had identical sketches, assembled from a newsstand astrology book. I think the most lonely part of the city is the fact that you are consistently surrounded by swarms of people. But when you speak, you say nothing. When I see masses of people like this, all I can think about are red blood cells. It's comical. Even the clouds piss me off. Because when I was a kid, I'd had this idea of clouds, that they were made of polyfill, you know, what they fill the stuffed animals and pillows with. Then of course I learned what fog was, and I was immediately disappointed because I'd realized that clouds weren't tangible things you could capture in a jar. I used to hang polyfill clouds on my ceiling, with pushpins, as a little inside joke to myself. But I decided to take them down because I don't want maintenance thinking I'm weird. But that's not the best theory I had as a kid. I also used to think that the very first people on Earth was a group of businessmen. I thought that they all just walked around with their clipboards and briefcases, observing things, saying, this looks like a tree. And that's how everything got its labels. I don't mind being alone. I really don't. I actually kind of enjoy the random improvisation that has become my day-to-day. Just last weekend, I'd convinced this entire group of Packers fans that I was really into fantasy football in the sports bar. I had absolutely no idea what I was talking about. If someone tried to murder me in my kitchen, this would make a really good shield. The animals here are really something. The ducks look like what I'd imagine the ducks in Chernobyl look like, but they're actually very sweet. There's one mother duck I've seen time and time again walking around with her ducklings. Though lately, I've only seen her with one, which is sad. But seeing that she still has one left is somewhat comforting to me. It's 12 a.m., and I've accomplished absolutely nothing. I should probably go to bed. Some nights it's really hard for me to fall asleep, so I've got this sleep aid that helps. But I can't take it when I've been drinking. So in times like these, I will just stare at my popcorn ceiling and count all the bumps until I get tired. I hope I have a cool dream tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fucking hell.